the cloud. All right, so welcome everyone to Strength and Conditioning. So this is our class where we usually work out our upper body a little bit more than usual. So on this day, we'll be doing full body movements, full body exercises, lifts, starting from our shoulders, back, arms, chest, abs, hip flexors, thighs, hamstrings, calves, ankles, all of it, arches. So we usually try to do all of them before we move on to the next round. So we do want to hit most of our body parts. If there is an area that you guys want to focus on a little bit more, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we'll go with that routine. And then also, if you want to spend a little bit more time on the upper body, let me know, because like I said, this is usually the one day where we touch on the upper body. Most of the other movements are lower body and mobility and flexibility and balance. So, all right, let's start with the warm up. So we'll start with left to right. Left, gently right. Up and down. And going. All right, let's do some neck circles. Remember, these slower are better. The slower we go, the better they are. When you study in fast movement, sometimes you could pull a muscle or slightly strain a tendon, so we want to avoid that. Sprain a tendon. Switch directions. You strain a muscle and you sprain a tendon. So. All right, let's do some arm circles. And we'll usually try to incorporate one of the big movements in each of the sets. So again, when I talk about big movements, it's usually when we're doing push-ups. That's our big movement for our chest. Reverse. Bicep curls or shoulder press. That one, shoulder press for our shoulders. Bicep curls for our biceps, our arms. All right, let's bring one arm across. And then the one for our back is usually the one where we're up against the wall with no weights. We're just bringing our arms up and down. And it's simulating the same motion you would do with the lat pull down machine or a pull-up bar. And then for our legs, switch. Our legs is usually some form of squat. And for cardio, we usually do burpees. So we'll throw in one set of burpees somewhere in there. So we'll make sure that each set is, they're balanced out. But the first set's usually a little bit on the more lenient side. All right, very good. Arms up, trunk rotations. And start off slow because you might hear some popping. We want to hurt ourselves. Let's continue these for 10 more seconds. Let's keep it going. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, we're going to go to ab circles. All right, so let's come across, cut over, come back, and switch directions. And you want to do about 8 on each side. And just a reminder, we don't have class tomorrow. Class is canceled for tomorrow, but we will resume on Thursday. So with that being said, we'll try to get a little bit of mobility and flexibility in today's class as well. About 2 more on each side. Right, some big hula hoops, okay? So wide stance and just bring our hips out and about. Big circles. Right, switch directions. All right, very good. All right, some hip openers. So we'll be doing some hip flexors. So forward and out, and we'll be alternating. This one sometimes can be a little bit uncomfortable on that hip joint, that inner thigh. They're tight. It's usually where we feel it. So about 2 more on each side. Sure you guys have water nearby for this class. All right, very good. All right, let's do some leg swings. Let's find a counter or a post. Yeah, we do want to make sure that we get a nice full stretch. So it's my favorite stretch in high school before races. But back then I could swing my leg. It seemed like I could bring it up to my forehead and behind my head as well. Have more range of motion. All right, let's switch. All right, let's do a cross or midline. So let's face that counter or that chair. There you go, right, let's switch. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead with the quad stretch. So grab right up over your ankle and pull back. So you're pulling. You hold on to something for balance, go ahead. And let's switch. All right, hamstring stretch. Okay, so slight bend at the knees, and let's bring our hands down our shins. Sure you're breathing. Try to bring your chest towards your thighs. Not just about reaching for your toes. You might have long arms, but we want to focus on bringing your chest to your thighs. Okay, let's breathe. Take it a little bit more. Bring those knees back. Relax those knees. And slightly come back up. All right, very good. Before we go on the deep squat stretch, we did this one yesterday. So we're just gonna bring our leg off to the side, and we're gonna just lean forward and hold it for a little bit. We're not gonna be pumping back and forth. We're just gonna lean forward and hold it to feel the stretch along your hamstring, your thigh. Switch sides. Good. All right, deep squat stretch. So let's get in position. And just drop down. Upright, chest upright. Separate your knees with your elbows. You're upright, try to bring your shoulders back. Stay upright. Make sure you can sit between your knees, because if your feet are too close, if they're here, you can go down. So make sure that you're comfortable in a spot where you can sit. All right, let's get off our heels on our toes. So all right, relax those heels, and slowly let's rise back up. Oh, hopefully there's no popping going on. All right, very good. All right, so as far as equipment for today, what you folks could do for me, if you guys have resistance bands or your dumbbells, even if you have a heavy object, you could use for a squat. If you have a detergent container, a water gallon, maybe your dog or whatever it could be. Let's go ahead and grab a heavy item, hopefully. Right. Multitasking right now, cooking some rice and some chicken in the back. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. About that. It's trash day and I have blocked the door for the trash. So, all right. So, any questions before we start? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So right now, I saw a comment it said about music. So we've tried music in the back before, and it's gotten too wild where people won't hear me or the music's too loud or they don't hear the music. So if you guys wish to play music in the background, just go ahead and do that. You can mute me and just follow along. But yeah, you can feel free to play some music. I have my pressure cooker on right now. I'm about to let the pressure release. So if you guys hear some random steam noises, that's what it is, okay? So don't worry about that. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me mute myself and you just follow along, okay? We're gonna start with chest compression. All right, so find a chair, we're gonna start with chest compression.
Coach, you're muted.
Yeah, I muted myself because the pressure cooker is loud right now, so.
Okay.
Okay, it's a little quieter now, but. All right, so we're done with our chest compressions. Next, we're gonna do some lateral shoulder raises. Okay, so if you have some light dumbbells, we're gonna do these lateral shoulder raises. Okay. Yeah, the instructions to cook chicken always says 20 minutes, but it takes about 20 minutes sometimes just for the pressure cooker to get ready. So miscalculated. I'm sorry about that. So again, for these, we're just gonna go shoulder height. We don't want these weights way up here, just shoulder height and back down. Okay. Here, back down. Here, back down. If the weight is really heavy, then I should see more of this motion. If the weight is pretty light, then I want you to control it slowly and control it slowly back down. Okay. What I don't want to see is this here. Okay, we're not doing this here. Okay, we're controlling it. So about 5 more. Hopefully that's not bothering your shoulder. It's helping it. Let's do the last one. All right, very good. Look, smells in here like I just had a chicken scent air freshener. So that's the best smell. So now we're gonna go with some hammer curls. So remember, hammer curls, we're gripping like if we're gripping a hammer. So we're not doing this grip, we're doing this grip. So doing this grip for the hammer curl. Okay, so we're gonna do 12 to 15. So again, same motion. So control it on the way up, control it on the way down. About 3 more. Okay. All right. like I said, I do want to incorporate, a more challenging one in each set. So this one we're gonna do is we're gonna go up against the wall, and we're gonna be doing the sliding. So where we get back to a wall and then we just slide up and down. So make sure your elbows and the back of your hands are making contact with the wall. So hopefully you guys can catch me here when I use this wall here. There's no obstruction, so I'm just gonna lean back. My glutes are up against the wall as well. And I'm just gonna slide up and slide down with my hands. If you feel your hands come off the wall, then just bring them back and reset. All right, let's do about 2 more. Try to go all the way up and all the way down. Last one. Ooh. All right. So you should feel that around here. If you weren't engaged, you might feel your hands coming off or your elbows. So you just always have to make sure that we're paying attention to that. So, all righty. So let's grab those yoga mats. All right, we're gonna do some core. So we did shoulders, we did back, we did chest, arms. Now we're down to core. All right. So like I said, we'll start off light and then we'll progress. That's our workout progresses. Okay, so this one, we're gonna go, it's gonna be a bicycle crunch. So we're gonna go, pretty much our legs are doing this motion, and then our arms are coming across to that opposite knee, okay? So it shouldn't be as fast because your elbows aren't keeping up with your legs. So it's more of an extension. All right, 30 seconds, go on. Try to bring your shoulders in the direction of that opposite knee. Five, four, three, two, one, time. All right. Whew. Very good. All right, I think we're gonna do 2 core movements for every big superset. So we'll remain here for now. Okay, so for this next one, we're gonna be kind of reclining back here a little bit to give us a better angle. So I'm in this position, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the legs out, back in, almost like an accordion. Okay, so we're gonna do that for 30 seconds. Let me put on my watch because right now I'm just guessing on the time. All right. There we go. All right, you guys ready? 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. And if you're a little bit more advanced, you could do it without your arms. So you could go here. Now you're just showing off. All right, 15 more seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. You'll feel that on your quads. For sure. All right. Okay, we're gonna go with some hip flexor stuff. So we're gonna go with clown shells. Okay. So for this one, just like the Jane Fonda, but we're bringing our knees closer to our hips, a little bit, closer to our chest. So hips, right on top of my hip. My feet are connected next to each other, stacked, and my knees are gonna separate while my feet remain in contact, okay? So you wanna hold this for about 2 to 4 seconds before we close them. 3 to 4 seconds. And we're gonna do 12 on each side. So try to open those knees as much as possible. Should really feel your glute activating. All right. Once you've done your 12, if you switch sides, just roll over to the other side. And same motion for that right leg. So separate the knees, close them. Hear that motion. All right, very good. Okay, so that's for our hip flexors. Now we want to do something for our quad or our hamstrings, okay? So for this, we already did bridges yesterday. But this time we're going to do single leg bridges, all right? Single leg bridges, so remember bridges, we're here, hips come up, that's it. This time, we're bringing one leg up, okay? Your arms could be out to your side, and we're lifting. Okay, this time, one leg is lifting your weight of your body. So let's do 10 on each leg. And you want to hold for about 3 seconds up top, then come back down. Okay, you're gonna switch. And switch legs. So elevate your other leg and begin the same thing. Okay, very good. All right, this one's going to be another variation of a bridge. So what we're going to do is in the same position, we're going to bring our hips up, but we're going to bring one leg forward and then one leg back. Okay, so our hips are off the ground the entire time. So we're pretty much just going back and forth, just extending that leg. Okay, so we're going to do 20 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 20. Okay, but our hips are up. Ready? Okay, go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just extending at the knee. I'm not really lifting my legs. I'm just making sure my hips are off the ground. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Drop those hips. All right, hamstrings are probably a little bit tired. Okay. All right. Next one, pretty easy. We're just gonna go ahead and do jumping jacks. Okay. Easy one, not too bad. We're gonna do 30. We're gonna do 40 of them this time. I think we've done 30 long enough. We'll do 40. Okay. So you guys know jumping jacks just okay, ready? Okay, go. 10. 20. 30. And 40. All right. Good job. That's set number 1. Get some water, use the restroom. We have another set. And just a warning, we're starting off with burpees, so you know already. Some water. Catch your breath before we start. We'll start in 1 minute. All right, so we're doing burpees. Okay, start off with burpees. Why are they called burpees? Asked Terry. Not sure. Maybe we're supposed to continue doing them until you burp. So I don't want to try that though, because I've never burped with burpees. So all right. So again, burpees, you guys remember that? We're gonna jump up, plank out, back in, and jump. Okay, so that's 1. Okay. So I want to get everyone to at least do 10. Okay. When I get through the 10, I'll continue watching, but let's be honest with each other and let's try to get through 10 of them. Okay. So don't just stop when I stop. You know, if you beat me to it, then so be it. But let's try to do 10. Ready? Okay, go. 2, 3. 6. 9. 10. Keep going, 10 of them. Come on, Kathleen. Job, Debbie. Job, Deanna. Job, Winnie. Woo! Job, Alma.
I can't do this.
Okay. All right.
You're lucky you got 5.
All right, let's start. Yeah, it's a full body movement, so it's pretty demanding. All right, let's continue with our heart rate. Okay, so we'll do the Arnold press. So if you guys remember the Arnold press, that's going to be a bicep curl then we rotate, and then we press up. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do now. I just might be a little bit tired. So I'm gonna try to get at least 8 of these. Okay, so I'm just kneeling here in this position. So 8, so up, turn, press, down, turn, down. Okay, so here. So it's just a bicep curl into a shoulder press. I'm sure someone who didn't have a lot of time and had to rush a workout in made this one out, which was Arnold Schwarzenegger. So he was probably busy one day and he's like, I gotta do arms and shoulders. I don't have time. Let me combine a bicep curl and a shoulder press and call it a Arnold press. That's probably how the story went. So, all right, very good. Woo. All right, you got shoulders and arms all in one right there. So, okay. All right, now you have your weights nearby. We're gonna do push-ups on the next set. So on this one, we still have to do a chest movement. So we're gonna do flies. Okay. So remember, this is a press. This is a press. Then this is a fly. Okay. But we're gonna do that laying down. So I'm just demonstrating it from my knees. Let me move the camera. Doesn't stink so bad. Usually this chicken smell lingers longer. I'm hoping I'm not getting used to it. It's the worst when people get used to the terrible smells. All right. So we're gonna do flies. Okay, we're doing 12 of these. So remember, for the flies, we bring them together and we squeeze up top, and then we bring it back. Ready? Okay, go. So 12. Very good. Good job. So again, 12. Maybe I went too fast. We're doing 12 of those. Let me see, someone. Terry says, be thankful I'm not cooking cabbage. Yeah. you're right. Yeah, there's some foods that just don't smell great. I love eggs, but there's a point where eggs just it's too much. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm typically not picky, but I'm picky with celery. I can't do celery. I get really disappointed when I see celery. I love egg salad, but then celery sometimes is on it. Potato salads or egg salads. And, oh man, ruins my day. If we ever have a team or a class potluck, you'll be removed from the class if you bring an item with celery. So, just kidding. All right, we're gonna do tricep dips. So again, you could have your legs in this position, a little bit easier, or if you extend them, that's a little bit more challenging. Okay. So we're gonna do 10 to 15 of those. All right. So find a steady chair or couch, and begin. All right, 10 to 15. So all the way down, all the way up. All right. Whew. 15. Check the chat. Christine says, what about celery with almond butter, peanut butter? You'll never get me to eat anything with celery. I just can't do it. I don't know why. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's disappointing that I'm so picky with that, but I can't. Next one, we're gonna do Supermans. So we're gonna do it on the yoga mat. I had a roommate in college. In college we're our early 20s, and but I would laugh because he would do the whole ants on a log. So he'd have celery with peanut butter, and then he, just like a little 5-year-old kid, would put raisins on his celery. But this guy was like 22, 23 years old, and he still continued to do that. So I remember the first time he made that dish, I thought his family was over, his nephew or something, but it was for himself. But all right, we're gonna do Superwoman. So again, same motion as we did up on the wall with our arms going back and down, but our knees are off the ground, our chest is elevated, and our arms are doing the lat pull down motion. All right, so we're gonna go for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, okay, go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're gonna incorporate a little bit of mobility here. So let's bring our elbows below our shoulders. Let's just elevate our chest off the ground. Just a gentle stretch for our back. All right, let's put our hands where our elbows were. And now we're gonna push up and get a bigger stretch. Yeah, I've gotten better, but I couldn't do onions before. I couldn't do cooked tomatoes, but I think that's just most kids. But yeah. Does anyone have any strange snacks they like? Or something unusual? All right, relax. Ooh. I have one, but I guess I'm embarrassed to share, but I'll share it anyways. So, what do you eat French fries with? French fries with potato, so you eat that with ketchup, right? So it makes sense to eat potato chips with ketchup, right? I thought so, but most people don't. So I have like the Lay's or Ruffles potato chips with ketchup. And I always get these weird looks and very confused by it, but I guess I'm the weird one. Yeah, so I guess most people don't do that. But I've seen people eat mayo with chips or other items, and I've seen people eat mayo with a lot of items actually. So there you go.
That's no difference from putting, like the hot sauce, tapatio on your potato chips.
Yeah, I do that. I had a family member who liked lime and tapatio a lot, that she would just put it on ice. So she would just have ice, tapatio, and lime. So it's like a little homemade spicy snow cone raspado. So, all right. So back to core. We did come back. Now we're gonna do some core. Okay. And since Moravia spoke up, we're gonna do her favorite one, Russian twist. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Every time I mention Russian twist, I'm picturing Moravia behind her black screen, just like, yeah, Russian twist. All right, so you can have your legs planted, or you could go back and forth, or we're going back and forth, or you could have them elevated. Okay, so planted is a little bit easier, or you can elevate them. Again, 40 seconds for this one. 3, 2, 1, okay, go. Get 2 more seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Shamraga. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I didn't even know it was back in June.
Oh, my bad. You gotta share these things. So, all right. Next one for our hip flexors, what we're gonna do is going to be the fire hydrants, okay? Similar to the Jane Fondas, but this one allows us, to the clamshells, forgot the name, but without keeping our feet together, we're able to get more range of motion, okay? What I want you guys to do is, you see me here, you wanna control that to the side. What I don't want is this here. Okay, we're not turning our shoulders to get more lift. You wanna just worry about keeping our hips in place. All right, so again, 10 on each side. Ready? There you go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 4. All right, once you're done, 10 or 12 on one side, let's switch sides. And then begin. 4. All right. Okay. That's it, flexor. And you can rise up. We're gonna do some side lunges. Mareva, you can just turn on your camera for your exercise and then turn it off.
All right, all right.
Do a little celebrity appearance and all right, I'm out. All right, let me turn this pressure cooker. All right, so the side lunge, we've done the sliding lunges where we do this motion here. This time, what I want you guys to do is we're gonna go and then sit back. Okay, so it's probably a little bit better if I give you a visual from the side. So what I see sometimes it's this here, but look at where my glute is and look where I'm gonna bring it down to, okay? So I'm going to bring it at the same height as my knee, okay? So we're not doing this back and forth, okay? We're going back here. Like I said, this is one of the main ones that we're doing for our legs. This one's working on our quads. So if you guys want to practice that motion before we actually start, give it a try. So again, and remember, it's also not a leaning one. I'm really not concerned with where your back is, and I don't want you to think because you came low with your head that you're doing it correctly. It's bringing your glutes down, okay? Remember, this is what we're looking for, not this here, okay? All right, we're gonna do 8 on each leg, so just focus on one leg at a time. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So just one at a time. And then you pump back. And really focus on dropping those hips, that glute. And take your time. I don't care how fast you're doing them or how slow. It's as long as you're bringing that glute low. You'll feel a stretch on this hamstring too. 3 more. Oh. 2 more. Last one. Okay, very good. Oh. Yeah, that one could be demanding. You do 3 sets of those, you'll be walking funny for the next couple of days. You'll be a little sore. So, all right, left side, ready? Go. Oh. Six, 7, 8. Woo! All right. Oh man. Okay, next one we're gonna do is going to be heel raises or calf raises. Same thing. So let's grab. If you could grab the heaviest object that you could hold onto comfortably, go find me that object. Don't go grab a TV, you know, make sure it's something safe. Grab something heavy that you could find. If it's a stack of books, if it's a paper clip, whatever it is, something heavy, all right? So then you can trust that your calves are strong enough to lift that object. So, you know, I have 2 20-pound dumbbells here. And all we're gonna do is just lift our heels, lift up and then down, up and down. Guess we're doing 20 of these. And you wanna hold your heels elevated for about a second or 2 before you bring them back down. Trying to see who had the most random object. Okay, just regular dumbbells. All right. All right, so let's take another minute break. It's almost 11. We'll get through another set and we'll do a little bit of mobility stuff and then we'll call it. So a little bit of water, some agua. If anyone wants to do an exercise or share a lift or an exercise you've done before that you'd like to try, I'm all ears. All right, 40 more seconds. All right, here we go. Everyone's favorite shoulder complex. Okay, just remember that. It's where we do ups and downs. All right, Maureen, I think she left. All right, Maureen, I got your email. Thank you. All right, so let's grab a weight. And pretty much we're gonna do up and down, figure eights, steering wheels, rows, and shoulder press, okay? All right. So You guys are ready? I have a 10-pound, 5-pound dumbbell here. If you have anything between 5 and 10 pounds, it might be okay. Even 4 pounds might be okay. So, all right, we're gonna spend 15 seconds doing each motion. Okay, just follow along. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. 15 seconds here. Arms extended. And you notice that I'm not going all the way up here. I'm just staying at the same height as my shoulders. Okay, figure eights. All right, bus driver. All right, rows, so in and out. Shoulder press or angry caveman, cave woman. And relax. Woo. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll rest our shoulders a little bit because we are going to be doing push-ups. So I do want to rest our arms for that. So we're going to do transition down to just a regular Superman, okay? So we did Superwoman's a little while ago. So Superman's, remember, chest off the ground. Lift those legs. All right, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, and up. Halfway there. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Woo. All right. Very good. From here, if you guys would like, just rise to the quadruped position. And then just bring your glutes back. Keep those arms in front of you. You could drop down on your elbows. All right, should set. All right, so we're gonna do push-ups. Okay, so you could do knee-assisted push-ups, so you could do regular push-ups. So the goal is to do 15 of them, okay? If you wanna start with regular push-ups, go ahead and start with those. And then if your arms fatigue out, then you could drop down to your knees. Okay, that's what I recommend. Ready? So 15 at your own count. All right, go ahead. I usually exhale my way up. Woo. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next one's going to be a little bit of cardio and core. Okay. All right. This is going to be mountain climbers. Okay. So don't leave this position too much because we're going to go back to doing these here. Okay. It's our Ella's favorite. All right. Ready? 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Go. Bring those knees up to your chest. Fifteen more seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. All righty. Awesome. All right. Some cardio in there, some core. All right, we're gonna do some oblique crunches. So for this one, we almost line up like a clamshell. Okay. But this time we're trying to bring our shoulders off. Okay. So trying to lift that torso off the ground. Okay, just getting that clamshell position. We're gonna go for time. We're gonna do 25 seconds on each side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Ten more seconds. Woo. All right, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, rotate or roll over. Is ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna some hip flexor stuff. So now we're gonna do donkey kicks. So same as the fire hydrants, quadrupeds, but now we're bringing our feet up towards the side. Remember, it's not back, and we're not kicking. We're just moving, hinging at the hip, so that knee remains the same. There's no change on that knee angle. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 on each side. Ready, begin, and keep your head down. Again, when we're working with our back, gonna keep that neutral spine. And that's 10. All right, stretch. Let's reach 10. Ooh. All right, awesome. Okay. All right. I think we're done with the yoga mat for, oh no, we need it for a cool down, but we're done with the stretches, or not our stretches, our workout, the yoga mat. Okay. Next, we're gonna do some crab walks. We're almost done, so almost there. A little bit of crab walk. Okay. All right, this next one is going to be pretty much squat shuffle with the jump. Okay, so you're gonna squat. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. Okay, so remember, we're squatting down. I don't want to see you guys up here and doing this here. Okay, you want to be low. All right, 40 seconds of that. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you go. You want to get off the ground. Halfway there. Three, two, one, time. All right. Good job. All right. Let's finish off. We're just gonna do the toe walks. Let's run about 15 seconds on each one. So let's just get on our toes. We just walk around our living room, wherever we're working out at. Toes pointing forward, activating the calves. All right, point your toes in. Toes in, toes in. Someone walks in the room right now, they're probably gonna laugh at you. That's okay, we're gonna have awesome calves. All right, toes out. All right, heel walks. Out, out, out. All right, very good. Awesome. Okay, I do want to get a little bit of mobility work in here, so let's get that chair out. Because remember, tomorrow's class is canceled. We are not meeting tomorrow. So I do mainly it's performance stretch, and then also some, I do want to stretch out the shoulders a little bit too. So I know that's one where I think a lot of us have had some issues. So, all right, let's bring that right leg over and that knee, let's kind of lean on it. Lean towards that knee. I remember my first high school injury as a runner wasn't a leg injury, it was my shoulders. I would run really tight. I would run like this. So my coach took me to a masseuse, and you know, as a 13-year-old, like you walk into one of those rooms and you're just like, what is this place? It's dark, music's, you know, it smells funny in there. And then yeah, I remember getting a deep tissue massage on my shoulders, and that lady made me cry. She was going, I was so tight on my shoulders and she was going so hard. Let's bring those knees up. So definitely relate with those shoulder pains.
Did it help?
Yeah, I think I was definitely tight. I'm a huge believer when it comes to deep tissue stuff. I would go get them all the time. So they are a little bit pricey for, especially if you have insurance. Kind of switch legs. You know, you're in there for 15 minutes, and it's like an arm and a leg. You know, during that time. So, but yeah, I remember we used to go to this other place where these 3 Italian men owned it. They're all brothers, and these men were probably not even kidding. They're probably at least 400 pounds each one, and they're all chiropractors and physical therapists, all brothers too. And I remember once I had let's bring that knee up. I had a tight glute, or no, one of my buddies had a tight glute, so he gave and we were getting work on at the same time, and he handed my friend a towel, and he's like, "What's this towel for?" So, "Oh, so you could bite into it because it's gonna hurt." And then so he gave him the towel, and sure enough, you know, this big guy pretty much put his elbow on his glute and then put all his weight on it and just started rubbing around. And so yeah, so after that experience, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stretch, and I'm gonna foam roll, and I'm gonna do everything right because I don't want to bite into a towel. But yeah, that was my experience at beautician masseuse. Okay, next, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go with our shoulders, like I mentioned. So if you guys want to grab,
That's exaggerated.
huh?
That's exaggerated.
Yeah, and I mean, and he was just like, he knew he was big too, because he was almost like trying to put his whole weight on there. But let's find a pole or a foam roller, some items so you can stretch our shoulders real quick.
This is why I love this class.
Yeah, and the thing is, once you go to a masseuse like that, nothing else compares because you go to, you know, a different spot and you ask for a deep tissue massage. And sometimes, you know, it's, I hate to prejudge, but sometimes you'll see the masseuse walk in the room and you're just like, oh man, like I wanted a heavy person so they could like really get in there. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to compare. Everyone has their own different techniques. So let's go side to side. Yeah, I did acupuncture once. I had some really tight calves. That was just a really odd feeling. But yeah, that released some tension too. That was good. Only done that once though. All right, let's go with that left arm, bringing it about 45 degrees forward. And again, we don't want to go too crazy and too high. We just want to be slightly just above the shoulder height. All right, forward. Yeah, but when I would go back then, like I said, I didn't have, our insurance didn't cover that, so it was pricey for my parents. Let's go with the left arm a little bit more. So yeah, so you know, you could, one appointment was okay, they could do that, but then you would leave the appointment and the chiropractor would be like, all right, I'm gonna sign you up for 10 appointments for the next 3 weeks. And and I just looked over at my dad, and my dad's like, let's go, let's get out of here. He's like, just stretch a lot, you know. So, exactly, that stuff could get pricey. But I'm definitely, it's helped me before. So, all right, let's go forward. All right, we're gonna go backwards now. Okay, so right arm, we're kind of pushing it with this left hand. We're pushing the pole back so we can stretch that right shoulder a little bit back. Yeah, I've never really had knee injuries. I had, let's switch sides. The only time I had some type of knee pain, I got patellar tendonitis. And that was when I moved back from my college town back home. My body got so used to running on trails and soft surface that, you know, coming back to LA, I was just running on a sidewalk. So right away, my knees were hurting because of the harder floor, you know, the impact of the knee joint. So that was the only time I really had some weird sensation on my knee. All right, we're gonna go back, have our back, and then just go left, right. I've had a torn Achilles. I've had many strains on my hamstrings and my calves. Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis. And then now we're gonna lift. So we're lifting back. have that shoulder pain. And sad to say, most of those were due of me being careless and not stretching enough or not hydrating or getting enough sleep. All right, last one we're gonna do is just up and down. So a lot of the injuries that I had, easily preventable, and it's just, like I said, most of us are reactive and we stretch and ice and foam roll when things are hurting. But when everything feels great, we don't find the need or have that need. And not all of us, I mean, at least that was me back then, but as you're aging, it definitely takes a little bit longer to recover. So try to do these mobility stuff a little bit more. So, all right, ladies, well, there you go. I'm glad you guys, hopefully that shoulder feels a little bit better, Kathleen. But yeah, let me end this recording. And if you guys have